Hey, what's going on, guys? Bitcoin momentum remains strong, and soon we might see even bigger acceleration. In this video, I will explain how Bitcoin might reach the top over $100,000 in just 2 months. Then, PayPal CEO will explain their crypto demand. Listen up, you already invest in crypto. Why aren't you investing in tax-free crypto? iTrustCapital is the only provider that allows you to invest in crypto assets within your retirement account. They allow you to not only buy Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Ripple, and many others. They even have Chainlink coming very soon. It's designed for beginners and experts alike. They give you 24/7 trading access and even have built-in institutional-grade secure storage. You do not need to worry about creating private keys. If you open an iTrustCapital Roth IRA, it allows you to buy Bitcoin now, and when asset grows over the next few years, you keep all the profit for yourself. No taxes. If you want to learn more, head to iTrustCapital.com and request a free insider guide now. This will teach you all about crypto retirement accounts and how you can invest tax-free. Link to iTrustCapital is in the description box below. First, let's take a moment and look at the Bitcoin market. In the past 3 weeks, Bitcoin exploded upwards and almost doubled. The price increased from $18,000 all the way till $34,500. That's going to be 90% rally. However, since that massive explosion, it makes sense to see some periodic corrections. Bitcoin pulled back a bit and currently trading around $32,000 as of the time of this recording. Ethereum remains strong over the position of about $1,000 a coin. Since the past week or so, it had a massive explosion as well. It went from $650 all the way till $1,170 a coin. Good run for ETH. Skybridge Capital, the hedge fund investment firm headed by Anthony Scaramucci, confirmed its launch of the new Bitcoin fund on Monday and said that exposure on Bitcoin has already reached $310 million. What is very cool about this fund that you do not have to be very wealthy or a millionaire to invest, but a minimum starting position is $50,000 and there will be a lockup for 3 months. Also, they charge only 0.75% basis points, and grayscale investors pay much higher premium. I think this is a good option to get some Bitcoin exposure, especially for those who for some reason cannot buy Bitcoin from regular exchanges. Let's take a look at this cool chart. The thermocap multiple compares miners' business decisions with decisions that made by investors. Why use thermocap to investigate Bitcoin price dynamic? It shows when the bubble in the price was present with a very high signal-to-noise ratio. On the linear scale, it clearly shows all periods of price bubbles. Historically speaking, we have seen 4 of those Bitcoin bubble formations. One was in 2011, one in 2013, one in 2014, and the last one took place in 2017. Currently, thermocap multiple is at 16. Historically, when this ratio jumps over 16, the price always peaked within 2 months after that. Since that point, price increased between 3x and 4.5x before a massive correction. The current price of the Bitcoin is over $32,000 a coin. If BTC gains 3x from here, the price will increase till $96,000. And if the Bitcoin price skyrockets by 4.5x, the price will increase till $144,000. We will keep an eye on the market, and potentially, if thermocap multiple reaches 30 or even 40, it might be a good time to take some sats off the table. Plan B stock to flow on the other hand shows a bit different results in a different time frame. Plan B said if the history repeats, we should see $100,000 within 3 to 8 months. This chart represents the Bitcoin performance after each Bitcoin halving. On the x-axis we have time, a month after the Bitcoin halving, and on the y-axis we have Bitcoin price respectively. In 2012, Bitcoin had a massive bull market run after the first Bitcoin halving. Within 13 months, just slightly over a year, Bitcoin reached the top. First Bitcoin halving took place on November 2012. The price of the single BTC was trading at around $10. 13 months later, Bitcoin skyrocketed till $1,200. And that would be a massive 120x ROI. The second Bitcoin halving took place in July 2016. 1 year and a half later, or exactly 18 months, Bitcoin increased all the way till $20,000, and that would be 33x ROI. The last and the third Bitcoin halving took place on May 11, 2020. I'm pretty sure all of you remember that. At that time, the Bitcoin price was trading at around $8,500. 9 months later, we are trading at $32,000. Historically speaking, within 3 to 8 months, Bitcoin can reach the top, but we do not know what that price of the top might be. If BTC makes 30x since Bitcoin halving similar to the second Bitcoin halving that took place in 2016, then the price will be over $255,000. This number seems unimaginary for many humans. Can you imagine looking at the phone and see the Bitcoin price over $200,000? The reason why it's so hard to imagine is because human brain is not really good at comprehending large compounded numbers. $255,000 or even $200,000 would be great for Bitcoin within 3 to 8 months. Here is another cool chart. This chart represents Bitcoin price relatively to Bitcoin whale counts. According to this chart, each of those whales have at least 1,000 Bitcoin balance in their wallets. 1,000 Bitcoin balance would be over $32 million as of the current price. A huge amount of money. As we can see, since January 2020, the number of Bitcoin whales continued to increase. At that time, there was around 1,730 Bitcoin addresses with at least 1,000 Bitcoin in it, and that number continued to increase to the current time of over 2,000 BTC addresses with that amount. Bitcoin whales continue to accumulate Bitcoin to become even bigger whales. The pie is not that large. There won't be more than 21 million Bitcoin in existence. Do not sell them your Bitcoin. If you want to be at the top in 10 to 20 years with those whales, keep your Bitcoin and periodically add even more to expand your Bitcoin inventory. That would be my advice, and this is what I will do as well. Now, let's take a look at this quick interview where PayPal CEO Danielle Schulman explains the crypto demand and their new features. Let's take a look.
PayPal really adding it to its platform last year was seen sort of a major way in legitimizing its rise last year. How much Bitcoin trading are you actually seeing since you introduced it? What are you expecting for the year ahead?
Yeah. Well, I think the really important thing is to take a step back and to see that there is a tremendous rise in all forms of digital payment right now. Any survey you do, somewhere between 40 and 70% of consumers want to use cash less. And as a result, there's an explosion in digital payments, all forms. One part of that is cryptocurrencies. Another part is central bank digital currencies, which are really fiat-based digital currencies. But if you look at cryptocurrencies, typically they've been an asset class that you've traded in. What we announced is that not only would we allow people to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrencies, but very importantly, they could use those as a funding source early this year, in the next couple of months, to buy at any of our 28 million merchants. And so we're beginning to add more and more functionality to cryptocurrencies. And I really think that's their promise. Their promise is to use a modern technology to enhance the utility of payments. Well, there's obviously a tremendous demand, and we've seen that on our platform to buy and to hold and sometimes sell cryptocurrencies. But I think what we're most excited about is enabling people to take that cryptocurrency and effectively turn it into a currency to be able to use at any of our 28 million merchants. And do that without any of the volatility. You know exactly how much of your crypto holdings you need to convert. And all of our 28 million merchants will be able to accept it, because we'll take that crypto and we'll convert it into fiat currency so they can immediately accept it. I think that kind of utility will really start to play in both stabilizing cryptocurrencies. You won't see as much volatility, but very important, the beginning of the use of more digital ledger technologies to enhance the very utility of payments, to have more people included in the financial system, to complete transactions quicker, and also to do it in a less expensive manner. So I think there are a lot of reasons to be excited about all forms of digital currency.
PayPal CEO Daniel Schulman said there is still high demand to buy and hold cryptocurrencies. And now PayPal will introduce a new feature where you can easily transact with those crypto between PayPal's 26 million merchants. However, the underlying transaction will be settled in dollars. I'm not too sure how I feel about this. I do not know how about you guys, but I am definitely not going to spend my crypto. We have a shitty dollar for that. Let me know what do you guys think about this new PayPal's feature that will use crypto as a mean of exchange. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, smash that like button, and as always, subscribe.